So the Switch 2 is finally here. The Switch 2 is finally here. We finally have the next generation, the next era of Nintendo. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm fresh off the Direct. I'm kind of excited. My thoughts of the Direct is really mostly positive, and I can't wait to really talk about it, bro. It's time! This is obviously a very huge step in the right direction for Nintendo. Coming off debatably your greatest console of all time in the Nintendo Switch and coming out with the Switch 2. Honestly, the question is, can they break the curse, right? Because if you know Nintendo consoles, the pattern is success, flop, success, flop, success, flop. But debatably, that's just another opinion. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, it's not flop, you know, after flop. You feel me? The Wii wasn't a flop. The GameCube wasn't a flop. That's a whole different debate for another day. But honestly, the Switch 2 looks hopeful. Looks hopeful. Number one, the display sexy, bro. We like the blue and red accents. It still got hints of the first ever Switch. Launch day one already looks better than launch day of Switch 1. Well, we had like day one of Switch. We had 1-2 Switch, Just Dance 2017, and Super Bobby Man R. Like, come on, baby. The launch titles looks absolutely cracked and larger than the Switch as it is already. So that's already a big bonus for me. And then not to mention how, like, you know, Nintendo is not as big on technology. You know, 1080p, that's cool. 120 frames. Okay. That's clean. That's great. That's really good in the right direction, to be honest. And the features too. The mouse. We have a mouse feature. Does that mean we get internet browser back? Right? And then we have 4K TV HD support, HDR, you feel me? We're looking like Xbox and PS5s out here, which is really great for Nintendo's consoles. Now let's just talk about the launch titles. Mario Kart World. Yo, it looks great. Incredible. I think they're just not going traditional this time around. It looks sexy. I know y'all saw the ultimate costumes. I know y'all saw how the map looked, how OD it looks, about the features, about how you can drive to the next racing location. The only problem I have, right, and hear me out, look, I think we should still have traditional maps. I'm just saying, you can't call it Mario Kart without Rainbow Road, Peak Game. I'm just keeping it a stat. We have the cow from Moo Moo Meadows, but is Moo Moo Meadows still there? You see how I'm coming? And not to mention, the character roster looks crazy, insanely cracked. We have penguins. We got a lot of characters I have never seen playable in the Mario franchise itself. And not to mention even like Mario Kart. But look, you know I'm about to get into best characters. I don't care. Give me Olimar. Give me Roy and Marth on horses, bro. Give me Captain Falcon. Give me Fox. Give me Super Smash Kart Racing Transformed. Okay, let me chill. But Mario Kart World, I'm not gonna lie, I think that's a banger of a game, but like, bro, 80 bones? Look, that's gonna set a standard, bro. They're already selling as it is. As a person who spent like $110 on Sparking Zero, okay, you got me. Okay, but that doesn't mean that it should be 80 and it's 90. No. It's 90 physically. It's like they're trying to push me digitally. I can't do that. I can't go for that, bro. I can't. That's just me keeping it above. But I digress. And then another thing that got me kind of hyped for the Switch 2, they got GameCube games. Oh my. Wind Waker at day one. What else? F-Zero GX. That's fire. Can we get Beautiful Joe? It's possible, boys. Soul Calibur 2. Peep game. Walk with me. Okay, look. Soul Calibur 7. Stay with me, y'all. Stay with me. Is Soul Calibur 7 coming? Look, if they're pushing it on GameCube for launch day, it's time. Soul Calibur, come back, please. I can't. Give me Soul Calibur. But no, GameCube games, I can't wait to play Melee legally. You feel me? Allegedly. You know what I'm saying? I can't let the, you know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it a buck. And obviously, they're not getting me with that GameCube controller 70 bones BS. I have a GameCube adapter on this side right here, and I got a GameCube controller. Come on, why would I do that? It better still work, gang. I'm gonna be honest. I had this since like the Wii U days. Please, I need that. What? You know what I'm saying? Now, obviously, look. Right. The Switch 2 has so much positives to it. I am grateful, forever grateful. There's negatives. Upgrade kits. Why are they paid upgrade kits? Okay, I understand the Kirby game, right? Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I understand that it's literally DLC. I understand Super Mario Party Jamboree, but I don't understand a lot of games, right? The upgrade packs are $10 to $20. If I have 10 games, that's about, wait, $100 to $200. That's extra bread that I don't need to like spend. You feel me? I already saw on GameStop and all that they will most likely, people are gonna trade in their Switches. Come on, I'm gonna keep it a sec. I'm not trading in my Switch. Why would I trade in my Switch? Obviously, I want a game collector. I'm gonna keep my Switch. So throw the idea out, right? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This is very transparent. I thought the OD library of third-party games was kind of crazy till I realized that they now have the technology to handle most of these things. So I'm just like, I'm grateful because, you know, I own a PS5. So I'm just like, dang, why they got so many third-party games? I got friends who are Nintendo only. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just like, yo, they got access to these games now and it's playable for them. So shout out to them. Number one, I think that's actually a positive aspect. Like, I'm gonna clap it up for Nintendo for that. Kirby Air Ride is back after what, 20 years? That's a vibe. And then we have a solo DK game. Look, it's not a tropical remix redux. I expect huge things for the Switch. Shout out people waiting for another Star Fox game. People still waiting for another Kid Icarus game. My man, shout out my mans. He waiting for a Kid Icarus game as we speak. I would like to see him win because Kid Icarus Uprising did great for the 3DS. I hear people call that the greatest 3DS game of all time. I never played Kid Icarus. I'm not gonna speak on that for them, right? And not to mention, like, I hate to be that guy, right? Why is Breath of the Wild on 3 generations? So let me get this straight. We had Breath of the Wild on Wii U, Switch, and Switch 2. I think that's unbelievable. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Can we see another F-Zero game? I've been asking for F-Zero game for years. I hope we see an F-Zero game. You found me. Smash. I'm waiting on a Smash game. You know, but Sakurai obviously said, I want more Kirby. Okay, Sakurai, do your thing, gang. I'm not mad at you for it. My expectations for the Switch 2, I would love to see IPs that don't get touched. And obviously, they already pushing that with DK Bonanza and Kirby Air Ride. There's so much more on the way, and there's so much anticipated still. They only touched the tip of the, oh my gosh. They only touched the tip of the iceberg when it came down to the Switch 2. I feel like there's so much more. So honestly, bro, like, wow. And it's only $450. Okay. And when I said about Mario Kart earlier, you're IQing by making it for a bundle for $500. That's not bad. So I'm technically getting it for $50, right? But you know, I'm a physical guy. I like my things physical. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, just having it physically, just make it feel like they can't take it away from me. Because sometimes, bro, I feel like they have the power to still take it away, regardless if I bought it digitally. Because I don't know what the terms of the agreement say. I'm gonna keep it a stack. So at the end of the day, I feel like regardless of what I say here, bro, Nintendo is the Disney of gaming. People gonna buy this console regardless, right? Well, I mean, you know, I think the worst console they ever had was the Virtual Boy back in what, 95 or something like that. So I wasn't even alive for that. So who am I to say? But honestly, bro, my full-fledged opinion, Switch 2 is the future. I think they're gonna bang. They're gonna break the curse. I think they're gonna break the curse. This will age well and Smash on the way. Come on, baby. I'm out of here though. Peace.